not like us. They 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 not like us. We got that work. We got that work. We got that work. We got that work. Just watch us cook. TSL, competitor shook. So look, come check us out on Saturday. See what the hype's about. We doper than you. DMVPG come through. Y'all not nicer than us. You got more views, but you still look sus. We got the OGs riding. No puss here, cause here we still slide. No hide. We got that work. No sponsor logo on a shirt. Go support Garvey and Gabby Moe. Can't work Katrina. Now watch us go. R.I.P. Chuck Brown. Gotta pay homage for that DMV sound. They not like us. 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 We got that work. We got that work. We got that work. We got that work.
We roll them in and out, no doubt, without question. Talk to everybody from any fucking session. From VA to DC and PG. Look up in the sky, it's stars on the scene. Going state to state, you can't see the dream. We flooding up the hood, can't possibly know what I mean. Look, Vato, we coming for the cream, no Diddy. Setting up the table for the game, is you with me? Bangs on the beat anytime we step in it. No slack in the lyrics, we just go get it. Let it bang, we did it. Industry upended. The show goes on without us, don't feel it. Shooting up the city, no cap, it's the district. 80 Mason dot one mission. Crank the city. No cap, it's the district. 80 Mason dot one mission. Crank the city.
They not like us. 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 We got that work. We got that work. We got that work. We got that work.
Fuck them other niggas. I ain't worried about the TSL shit going live. I know you heard about them really getting straight to the bands. You wanna argue about it, grown niggas crying for attention. Now let's talk about it when it come to doing this music. Y'all ain't fucking with me, really gatekeepers over here for the DMV. Really love the guests in the tops, they love the energy. Move low key in the streets, I'm like a centipede. And it's in the pounds of the tree, I'm like dispensary. Ain't no sponsor for none of the streets or the industry. Throw the shit on all year, I'm in Balenciaga. See by both my wife VS1, she like simplicity. Fuck these other niggas pretending they acting finicky. I done son a lot of you niggas, they like my mini-me's with the turkey bags and the link. Or my fashionista, switch the hustle up on these niggas, I'm in the botany. Middle finger up in the sky, fuck creating peace.
They not like us. 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 We got that work. We got that work. We got that work. We got that work.
Yeah, Team Sack, playing in the air, baby. Let's go. Every Saturday, got dope content. No gossip over here, that's female shit. OG's blessings, score blunt and dink. That's DMV shit that'll make you think. We got topics on topics, best of the guests. Garvey, you the chosen one with the flex. Got credit work Katrina, style breaking necks. Y'all ain't know, it's Mace Man, O.80 J, and we on Rip Radio. Mixed with the trunk with no debate. We gon' rock the boat. Look, J too funny, Joe Jack with jokes. Gas hunters with the gas, man, y'all ready to smoke? Yeah, and you know what? Okay, we the best podcast out, no joke. Yeah.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Pastor J. Look, my name be all up on they lips, and everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. See, my name be all up on they lips, and everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. See, if your name be all up on they lips, and everywhere you go, they know that you the shit. Say, my name be all up on they lips, and everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. Hey, murder she wrote, and I be killing in select hoes. raw from the get-go, something you can't let go. I know from my crown to the tip of my toe, all I can ever show is only what you ready to know. When I blow a mental ether, how you feel like smoke. I'm so tough, I don't even have the right to get a quote. And I hope floats, so I'm high up in the atmosphere. Y'all ain't never ever here. Where you at? I'm unaware. I ain't looking for no war. Those got up in her raw. Those who fall wherever I go. I'm stepping over and out of here. Up on out the stratosphere. Nothing even matters here. Still you whisper when I'm near. My name all up on their lips. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. Hey, my name all up on their lips. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. Hey, your name all up on their lips. Everywhere you go, know that I'm the shit. Hey, my name all up on their lips. Everywhere I go. I pattern myself a modern day Nefertiti. Set Pharaoh to the needy. Soul food brought, given easy to the greedy. Wise words thought, if you look and come and see me or he, she. Look within and find your me, the eye that you don't see when you're looking in the mirror. The part of you that's missing, making you live so bitter. Hating when you checking me and clicking on my pictures and shit. I can't get with ya, you still won't catch me this ya. I couldn't pay attention, I'm too priceless for a mention. And you lucky if you fitting in the shit that I was spitting. You thinking you the reason for subliminal abusing. Breathing in my beats and steady checking on my tweets. But if I really had a beef, I see you in the streets. Real, recognize real, and I live it how I feel. All my kings and my queens know exactly what this deal. Say it, that name all up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the hey, my name all up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the they know your name all up on their list. Everywhere you go, they hey, my name all up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know that the question has never been, who are you to shine? The question has always been, who are you not to shine? Don't you know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made? Don't you know the sun don't never stop shining? The earth just turns its back from time to time. Understand no matter what you do, you're gonna shine. So you might as well make them blind. Accept it. Claim it. They gon' hate for no reason, so give them a reason. I tell them my name all up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. All up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. My name all up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit. My name all up on their list. Everywhere I go, they know that I'm the shit.
We are back here again, right? Thank you for everyone joining me here on TSL, where we are the voice of the entire DMV, right? Yes. That includes Baltimore, and yes, that includes Washington, D.C., right? I am your host. I am your pilot, the Dude 80, and we have a special one for you today, right? Okay. This is episode 104/33 here on RIP Radio. Thank you to the good Trump, and thank you to
Rip Radio for having me here for another one, right? Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right. All right. We do have a guest that's here. Let me say this. I didn't know that the women DMV hip hop artist was glowing like this, right? I was not aware. There was superstars like this, but I am glad I get to do my research and find talent, and the women, man, the women are glowing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, they are superstars in the DMV, and I am glad to discover them. Also, I am also glad to learn their story and present their story, right? So that is something that I am enjoying every week, and I have another one for you today. This one, superstar, right? So let's get the plane in the air, good Trump. Let's do it.
Peace and blessings.
There she goes. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. All praise be to God.
Okay, all right. I'm going to enjoy this one. Okay, all right. So let's do it. We're going to start it off right. Please introduce yourself to the family.
I am Jamila, also known as the real J Mills, also known as Ebony Green,
Sheesh.
also known as Pastor J, representing.
Wow. Okay. All right. I don't even know where to start. Like, okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. It's so many layers to you that I definitely do want to, explore. Right. So let's do it. Okay. What part of the DMV do you rep?
All of it. No, I really lived in different parts of the city. I lived in DC for more than half my life, and at this big age, as an '80s baby, that's saying something. But I also lived in PG. Can't forget my time out there. Um, so yeah, I claim everything. I spent, I think, the most amount of years in Northeast. The
Okay.
most amount of years in Northeast, but I'm an uptown honey at heart.
Okay.
But I really was born and raised in Southeast. Like, that's where it began. And it is known. I've done a lot of work on my accent through school. I went to theater where I had to learn how to develop a non-regional accent.
Yes. Yes, that's real.
Because otherwise, I'd have been straight like this or whatever.
Yes, that's one thing we can always we can say about Southeast. Southeast is always going to be Southeast. Good or bad, Southeast is Southeast, right?
Hey, blame Southeast.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's start with rapping.
Okay.
When did you start rapping?
I started off being a poet, and shout outs to Bar None, back when it just had the one light bulb and the sound poets, sharing my poetry. The band joined in, and I realized that I sounded good with music. And I still was like putting, the poems came first. And then I feel like rap is when I allowed the beat to influence the story.
You know what?
So that started in 2005.
Okay. I had interviewed another person who also said Bar None was XO. XO.
Yes, that's my brother.
Him and Raheem Devon. He said Bar None. They said Bar None.
Yes, Raheem used to perform with his back to the audience. That's throwback, super throwback. But yes, me and the brother XO, we was in line together.
Wow.
At Bar None. I've known him for decades. That's my brother. Amazingly talented.
Okay, so let's detour. XO and Bar None. Give us, for those who
who don't know, like, give us one thing, a story or something from Bar None, like something you can give us.
Man, shout outs to Kokomo.
Kokomo, sheesh,
That's the story right there.
sheesh.
A haiku, if you will.
Mm, Bar None. Okay, so okay. All right, so describe Bar None back then. Like, how was Bar None back then? Was it like a training camp? Like, like how was Bar None?
Yes, it really was. Shout outs to Bar None and myself, followed by Up and Up for keeping that torch going. Before that, shout outs also to Republic Gardens, Bohemian Caverns. Um,
Sheesh.
it like I said, we're the standing outside with EXO. The idea of having to get there early, after Raheem and Eric Roberson got their fame, and then shout outs to Bilal Salam and Musina. Shout outs to Asheru and W. Ellington Felton. Um, there was this sparkle in the city with feeling like we was about to be the next hip hop city to take hold. Um, and it was just there was no favoritism. You had to get there early to sign a list. You had to really earn your chops before you could get to the point where you didn't have to get there early to be able to perform. It was packed. The people were coming out every week just to see what talent there was to offer. Shout outs to Jabari Exum. I mean, that place was like the Mickey Mouse Club in terms of the talent that came through on the humble. And yeah, you sharpen your sword because they could play you off if you weren't dope enough. And if you were super dope, you might be able to stay on and do a little bit more. So just getting out there and trying new things, letting the band, oh man, the Sound Poets. They were phenomenal at jamming. It was just the quintessential DC vibe. The
Fact.
different visual artists. It was so many different types of artists that would come through. Oh, how could I forget? Gotta give a shout out to Diallo for a short amount of time. He had his joint that was keeping that vibe. Um, but it was so many talented people, and it really was about you showing up, you supporting, not rapping and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you had a crowd, you were able to bring people, or you had people that came out to see you, but there was no cheat code. At the same time, with Bar None, there were other open mics that were a different kind of vibe, that were pay to play, that were, if you brought a bunch of people, then you would be able to do a certain number of songs. And shout outs to the artists that came up through those different ones too. Got to give a shout out to Dre All Day in the Paint,
Yeah.
for his open
Legend.
mics and that whole scene, all the different places. I would go to both. Like, I was one of the few rappers or artists that could go to both open mics and still hold my own, because a lot of the Bar Nuns, they fall flat when they went to Dre's open mics.
Fact.
And vice versa. They would come from Dre's joint with their whole crew of 20 people and think
Mm-hmm.
that they about to and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, you ain't even get past your first verse. This is not the crowd.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Dre definitely brought the hood out. We was out there with Dre all day. That's a fact.
Yes.
Fact.
Yes. Shout outs to it though, man. Like, it's just crazy to look back at that time where there was every night a place that you could rock. And if you love music, you could go out and just live music, great talent, have a great time.
And you know what? That's why I love doing this every week, because I took a playbook from Dre All Day in the Paint, because it's so many artists, like so many dope artists, right? And just to each week research, learn their music, just go through their pages, so I can just go through their pages, and I enjoy that. And women are really like so strong. Like it's not like the few that I've ran into and I've interviewed, including yourself, is not even average. It's like top shelf, like Kenilworth Katrina top shelf. Like they dope as shit. Like dope as
Shout
shit.
out for
Right?
Kenilworth Katrina. She been going at it nonstop.
Yeah, so dope. So I enjoy doing this every week. It's difficult, but it's satisfying. It's definitely satisfying, you know. So because you wasn't on my radar, but once you were on my radar, I'm hooked. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm hooked. I'm all in. I'm all in now, right? So okay. So you said poetry. Okay. So who made you want to rap? Like, did you see somebody to be like, I can do that?
Oh man, gotta give a shout out to the Sunni tribe. I tell them this all the time. The homie Kadir, Messiah Ramixon, shout outs to Raquel. They showed me that there was a space for my story to be told. You know, I thought that I missed that era with hip hop making that transition to bling bling, you know. Because I feel like in the 90s where you had a Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and a Sister Soldier and the Fugees, and you also had Lil Kim, but you had Eve, and you had Foxy Brown, and you had Mama Mia, and you had so much diversity. Shout out to Jean Grey. I feel like she was coming out right when Bling Bling was coming up, and lyricism fell to the wayside for like a decade or so. Maybe, yeah, a cool decade. They was mad. I feel like Outkast started it when they said that they don't dance no more, because it was true. Like the New York boom bap had kind of got, it was real hard.
Everybody was angry. That's a fact. We were all
Yes.
angry tonight. It was great music. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't. It the presentation was rough. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't on the like the frequency like you're on, and like you said with the Tribe and Erykah Badu. Like that's a different frequency. Like you know,
Yeah.
though that frequency you can smile. Like you know what I'm saying? You can smile and have fun, and we enjoy that now. But back
Yes.
then, that wasn't the thing back then.
But I gotta give a shout out to Devin and Dude, I think,
Definitely.
for really being instrumental and letting me know that I can just make music about my life, and there will be people who love it. You know, Ghostface Killer also is one of my inspirations. Shout outs to Fish Scales. Just again the storytelling, Black Thought, Common.
Wow.
They
Okay.
brought it back and just let me know, just tell the story. But I got hit with the detour in the form of the cannabis industry.
We're gonna talk about
And
definitely gonna talk about that.
yeah.
Like you gotta like it's layers to you, like you know what I'm saying. So I want to get the music out the way first, and then we definitely gonna get into that. But every aspect is very interesting, and I'm definitely interested, right? So
Thank
yes,
you.
we're gonna get to that. Okay. Okay. So when did you realize? When did you realize you was dope rapping?
Oh man, shout out to two people, Kamon Freeman and Gerald Berry. They stand out on my mind because I had this song that I wrote called Sandman, and it is what allowed me to leave a relationship that I knew was toxic. Like, it's poetry. I'm just writing out my life, my emotions, my feelings. And when I shared this particular piece, there was no CD. It was the band just hopped on with it, and at the end they just gave me money. Kamon did it first, and then Gerald came up and gave his bit, and that's when I realized that I got a story to tell.
So before then, in your mind, what was your thoughts like when you did your music? Like, you know what I'm saying? Was you so wrapped up in what you had to go? Like
It was always, again, this is still poetry. So
yeah.
I started writing poetry when I was 9. I've been sharing my poems and making a space for others to share their art. Got to give a shout out to my homegirl Flowski. Florence Carey went to high school together, and we were in the poetry club together. And she can really, really sing. And we did my first songs. She was my muse because I don't sing, but I can write a song. And people resonated with what I said, but again, it's like this is a poem. This isn't there's no hook. I I didn't feel like it was a song. It was just a moment. And poetry night, that's what that was. You get up there, you share your piece, and then you go on about your life. It's nobody asking for a CD from poets at that time.
Mhm.
So it really was with Bar None, where now every time I do my poem there's music, and when there's music people like it, and I can just repeat the first or last couple bars from this poem, pick out and now
Mhm.
it's a hook, and now it's a song. Break this story up. Eye Contact was the first poem that I intentionally broke up into a song and gave it a hook. But
Mm, okay. Okay. So, all right. So now, still as an artist, what do you remember about the first time using the studio? What do you remember about that time?
I gotta give a shout out to Spy Bread, man. Shout out to Nushi and the Front Porch
Mhm.
series and Ryan doing his thing. That was the first studio I recorded a
Wow.
song in. And I remember trying to articulate different things and effects that I wanted. I could hear in my head how I wanted the song to sound. And I actually went on to go to school for recording engineering. I went to Omega.
Mm,
Um, because I wanted to be better. My experience with him was great, wholesome. That's my brother. But as a female in this industry, you think you're going there for studio time. And it's not. So
right.
I was like, I'm about to
Hmm.
learn how to do this myself. So
Mm,
you know that I'm serious and I'm coming here. I will pay for the studio time and don't waste my time while I'm in the studio, you know? Um, but yeah, shout outs to Spy. Shout outs to Anticipation.
okay. So, all right. So, doing the poetry, um, transition to the music. All right. So, what's your process when you create music? Like what does that like? If you hear a beat, like what's your process? What do you do first?
Um, now, it's so interesting because it's like from the moment that I hear certain beats, they it. Shout outs to Jay-Z and showing that process. How you could just listen to song after song. First 3 seconds, I know that that's not it. Some of them I listen to and it's like, and then after it could be days, it could be weeks. In this case, it was years of
Mm,
listening to beats until I finally heard the one that I can hear myself on. And before I can hear my words, I can hear my cadence. So the beat will play, and I'm just bada da 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 bada 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 da da da
mm,
da 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 da. And I was like, oh, that's it. Like I already know.
dope.
Now sit with it. What are the words? Like I feel like I'm tapping into this current, you know,
Hmm.
that the song is it already exists in, and now I just have to find a story
Okay.
and
So,
make it rhyme.
okay. So, are you an artist that start with the hook, the verse? Like, how do you? So, once you get the beat, you got the beat, and then what?
I won't know, and it can be anything. It might be the hook first.
Gotcha.
It might be just the hook, and some other people end up getting on it. Shout outs to AB the Pro, and again Uptown from just vibing because the way that they create music is very organic, and the process for making, for instance, All Black, that was us listening to songs and records and songs and records, and he was playing beats, and then we was just playing songs that we like. And there was this version of Slipping in the Darkness that I thought was really funky. Like, let me play this record for you. And he played it. He's like, I hear exactly what you're talking about. And that sample is what led to All Black. So that hook came last. I didn't even know that was really a placeholder.
Okay.
But it ended up being the dopest call and response I've created thus far. So
Okay. I don't know, but for some reason, when I see you either burning incense or burning sage, or like what, like so. How do you mentally, prepare? Like, how do you, what's the atmosphere? What's the scene? Like, let me know.
it can be anywhere. I created this one song in the shower. I was beatboxing on my body. It was strange.
In the shower. That's crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It was acoustic, different parts left. I don't know. And then next thing I know, I'm trapped in the language that I think in.
See, I can tell you are definitely an energy frequency type person. I can just tell that. I can, right?
Are you?
And I can just tell that. I can just tell that. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, but you different. You different. How are you balancing everyday 9-to-5 life with being an artist? Like, how do you separate the two?
My brother just told me I don't live on Earth. I've been working.
I can tell.
He said that the other day. First of all, you don't even live with the rest of us.
That's a fact. I can tell. Look at you. I can tell.
What do you mean on Earth?
Fair. You with Andre 3000? Like, you on something? Like, you not on Earth? You on something else? Like, you come to visit, but you're not on Earth. No.
And honestly, it took that, and it's been very scary, and it just gets crazy diving into it. I have these conversations with my mom, and she's just like, get a job. I'm like, why don't you ask me how my entrepreneurship is going? Ask me how my businesses are doing. Ask me how these events are turning out, So yes, since 2022, I've been full-time diving into me, living a passion-driven life.
Wow.
And walking on water.
You know what? For majority of us who don't know that feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? To just wake up and do whatever you want and just be in your purpose. Like, how is that?
Just because you can do what you want doesn't mean that you're in your purpose. It's the hardest work ever. Constantly, daily, trying to make sure that I work harder for myself than I've ever worked for anyone else. And realizing I'm a shitty employee. Or am I a bad boss? It's one of the two. I think it's the bad employee, because I know what I'm supposed to do. I will make the list. I know exactly what I need to do, and then I will proceed to not do it. Bullshit on it. Know that I'm supposed to do this right away and don't. And don't.
Wow.
And for what? Like, that's how I'm gonna be for me. So just learning how to be more accountable as above, so below. Slowing down. Right now, my lesson has been deeper into the passion and listening to my gut when it comes to things. For me, maybe as a Gemini, it took a long time for me to listen to my gut, because my gut, all it is a feeling. And where's the logic? Where's the reason? Where's the evidence? What do you mean you feel? Feelings can be wrong. Feelings can be transient. Are you hungry? Is this why you feel like that? Like, what do you mean? Give me proof, gut. And gut just be like, I don't like it.
Right.
My eyes are like, but this looks good. My ears is like, and it sounds good. My heart's like, we like it. My gut's like, nah. Like, what do you mean, gut?
You know what? And that's real as shit right there. Like that is real. Your gut could be like, I'm hungry, I'm full. Like it could be, but it could be something deep. I get it. I get it. I get it.
So, man, shout outs to my girl Juanita as I've detoxed and make sure that I'm hydrated and I'm eating the right foods. And I've realized that this gut, it be right. And I don't necessarily have to get all of the different senses to agree and find the proof because my gut is never wrong. What ends up happening is further down the line, now, aha, that's the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But I be deep in up to my neck in the bullshit that I could have avoided if I just listened to my gut, which from the beginning
That's a fact. That's a
was
fact.
like, nah.
That's a fact. 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 Right. Salute to the OG. One of my mentors. Pastor
Green Thumb. What up, homie?
From the legendary 420 Friendly Radio. Make sure you guys check them out on Wednesdays here on Rip Radio. They are definitely legendary. They definitely legendary for a long time. So salute to the OG Pastor Green Thumb. Woo woo, Pastor Green Thumb. Can't forget that part, right? And also salute Lil Shirt, and Hoover, and that whole team over there. Salute, right? So, okay, all right. So, all right. Where your answer might be different. Where is your happy place?
Alhamdulillah. My happy place is in me.
Mm-hmm. You're not on Earth. I told you, you're not a human. Like you're not. You're not. Like you.
No, happiness starts from within. It's
a
choice. You gotta just choose joy. And then happiness is wherever you are. You'll see the magic in just life. You just be outside like, wow, look at the sky. It feels like nature just showing off for you, because at the same time, people can miss everything because they're not happy first. You can't look for something else to make you happy. What?
You know what? I will say this. I agree with you, but I only figured that out when I lived in Miami for 5 years, when I got out the DMV, right? And I tell this story all the time. The DMV forces me and most people to play defense here, right? So once I went to Miami, it's brighter, it's colorful. Like, I started this show here. Like I got to play offense, and then I got to enjoy the water, the atmosphere, like, you know what I'm saying? But before then, here, the body was corrupted with bullshit. It was just, you deal with it because you're just so defensive every day. But once you drop that and you get to really just enjoy just how the water sounds. Sounds crazy, but you just laying in how the water. I sleep now the water. Like, it's different, you know what I'm saying? But you got to tap in to that frequency. Like, it sounds weird, but it's real shit. It's real shit, right? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell you what I love about you in music. I'm gonna tell you what I love about you in music. Besides smiling, I love that. And it's so simple, but that separates so many people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very, it sounds weird, but you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, you definitely separate from majority of the people, right? That's one. I love your presentation on stage.
Thank you.
I love that. And then the cherry on top is in high heels. That do it. That do it. You know what I'm saying? So the presentation as an artist, is that purposeful? Like, are you doing that on purpose?
Yeah, in every way and every time. Especially now, it's been a little over 3 years since I've converted to Islam. And Before that, I still would wear head wraps every now and then, but then I would bust out in something scantily clad just to remind people not to judge so quickly. I don't like the backwards comments or compliments that men think that they're giving me by disrespecting other women. Like, oh, I love how you wear your natural hair. I will throw a wig on. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I will put in braids that come down to my ankles. Sir, what do you mean? "Oh, I love how you do this natural. And I will put on lashes that make me look like a snuffleupagus. You don't know me. I love how covered you are, how modest. Boy.
That's that Southeast. See, that's that Southeast right there. You can never hide that Southeast, no matter what you do. That Southeast is gonna come out sooner or later for a little bit, and then go back in. Like that's Southeast.
You right. But now I'm conscious of the power of modesty, and I empower like women can wear whatever they want to wear. Look,
Mm.
I'm not one of those that feel like you got to do what I do, or hating who I used to be
Mm-hmm.
in my reflection that I see of my past and other people in the present. Mm-mm. Um, but now when I perform and I'm wearing my Arabic dress clothes, I really love the message and the place that I hold. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like young women really need someone to look up to, and love and hip hop ain't it.
No.
Real Housewives ain't it. Basketball Wives ain't it. None of these rappers are it. I'm sorry, they're great lyrically, but I mean, there's nothing in television. They don't. Where's the role model?
Mm-hmm. You being covered up exudes so much power. Um, you can just feel it through the screen, right? And I haven't even seen you perform, so I know everybody there is just in a trance. I know it. Like you know what I'm saying. But it's just something about that look and you spitting. So let's get to that. When you write, are you writing? Are you like when you get the beat? Are you freestyling it? Are you writing?
I write it.
Okay, so are you writing like do you already have raps that fit the beat, or do you hit a beat and then start to write?
Um, for the most part, I make it fresh. I
Fresh.
might have a piece of something that I wrote that goes with a verse. There was a time when I just kept writing. Again,
Mm-hmm.
shout outs to XO. That man got notebooks. It's books and
Mm-hmm.
books and books and books and books and books of flows. You can't tell the difference. But at the same time, it'll be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be tailored for the now. Um, so yeah. Most of the time I it's something new. I'm channeling something new.
Chad,
But I do got a repertoire of 16s just in case. Oh, you rap something right now.
you already have something in the chamber,
Yeah.
and I love the word you channeling because that's exactly how I feel, and that's why you want it fresh because it's a different energy, like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
some
Shout
people
out
can do it.
my Mooney Youssef really s- sowed that seed in me one time. We were about to perform. This is when we was about to rock at the Up and Up. And I asked her what she was gonna do. And she said, "Oh, I don't know yet. I gotta wait until I feel what's needed." And I was just like, "Psst." And from now on, that will be my answer. I will oversend the songs, and when I realize what is needed, I give myself the space to not be so caught up in what I want to do that I miss what needs to be said.
And you know what? And another one of my mentors that did that, right? Was freestyling, but you didn't really know he was freestyling until he was really rapping about everything that's happening currently. And that was Black Indian. Black Indian.
Yes.
Black Indian was one. He's my favorite from the era.
Nice.
Black Indian, like, man, that Black Indian, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he can rap, and you would think he is a written, but he don't write anything. He don't come with no pad, no nothing. He just come in the booth and he just go.
Wow.
Different. Scorpio do it too. DC Scorpio do it too. Like, they just, they channel like you do. They channel. It's different. It's levels. It's levels, right? It's levels, right?
Indeed.
Okay. All right. So now let's do it. This is a transition. I want to talk about the holistic side, but I kind of want to hear the Devin the Dude story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was that interaction with Devin the Dude?
Which one? The one from my Instagram page?
Just give me one. Anyone.
Oh, best one gotta be when I showed him my books and was talking about terpenes, and he was like, "What's that?" Now, everybody knows all about terpenes, but
he a smoker and he didn't know about terpenes.
A lot of people didn't at that time, for sure. Like, now, yes. Then, nope. But yeah, did that. Had some flavors.
Okay.
Man, Devin is fam. Shout outs to Casey. Shout outs to them coffee boys. Every time they come to DC, I'm there.
That's dope, right? Okay. So when did the holistic and the cannabis become a thing for you? Like, when did that become a thing?
It just fell into my lap. Shout outs to my homegirl Arnalitha Greer. She invited me to she asked me if I had a camera, and I said yeah. She said, "Great, I'm gonna put you in as media. You got to come to this conference. My job is at it's a weed conference." And this was like 2013. I remember my son was still a baby in the carriage, in the stroller baby. And here they're having this conference and they smoking it in the Mayflower. It was crazy. Vaping, I should say. They were using a volcano. I don't want to. But the whole meeting about the legalization of cannabis across the country, what the timeline would be like, just all these different things. And I happened to meet someone while I was there, mind you, for this cannabis conference. The name of the organization, the name of the conference is ASA, Americans for Safe Access. This is a nonprofit organization that focuses on safe access for marijuana. Yes, and that was like, what, white people that started an organization for the safe access of marijuana, and y'all having a conference? What? And I could count on my hands how many people of color out of the 1,000 plus that were there. So I stick out because none of them was like me.
Everybody else was from Earth, like, you know what I'm saying. You from Southeast Mars or something. I don't know where you.
Yeah, where the pyramids is at. This gentleman was like, "Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful. Please, please, please. I apologize, but maybe, perchance, you look but again, no disrespect. But you just seem like you may know where I could find some really good weed." I was like, little do you know, I give him some of what I got, and he was like, "This is from California." I'm like, "Well, duh." He's like, "No, this is fresh from California." I'm like, "Well, I go to the farms." And he looked at me and was like, "Would you like to work in weed?" Like, what? It turns out that I happen to live around the corner from the facility that he had just purchased.
Wow.
And at this point, weed being legalized wasn't even on the radar. There wasn't even an I-71. They weren't even trying to push for it. But
Mm-hmm.
these people were already having meetings, already purchased the properties, and were already waiting first in line for legislation we didn't even know was being formed. So a lot of the knowledge that I got just by chance, just being in these rooms and these places from the beginning and seeing how they were banking on our ignorance is what brought me to where I am now. I've seen it. I heard them. I watched them plan comfortably, knowing that we didn't have the we don't think about business like that. Most people
Mm-hmm.
would not buy a property knowing they would have to sit on it for years waiting on this license, you know? I mean, now that it's happening and people are seeing what it is to move into a commercial real estate facility and you got to build it out, how much money it takes to be legitimately in business, man. It's tough. But anyway, yeah, back to my beginning. That's how I ended up being the first Black woman to manage a cultivation center on the East Coast.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
had a natural passion for weed, and he was like, I can trust you around this weed because you've obviously been around so much more. And he was right. I had.
So so how impactful and when it comes to your music, right?
Hmm.
Like how impactful this frequency right here, the holistic and all that, like how impactful is that in your music?
Have you had your J today? Pass the J. I've been on that. Like one of the first conversations I had with the owner of the cultivation center because he was a scientist. And as we're smoking the weed, I was just like, since you're a weed scientist, I got a question. Because the weed got different smells.
Okay.
And the weed got different feelings. Is there a way to know how I'm going to feel based on how it smells? And he was like, pulled out the PowerPoint. Boy, if I got a lesson for you. Yes,
Mm,
you can. Yes, you don't. Just, I was passionate about it once because mental health is real. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I've been
Fact.
smoking weed since I was 14 years old. But I also had PTSD because Trump
Fact.
and
That's
blame
a fact.
Southeast. What
That's a
can I
fact.
say? Like kids be traumatized, and
Fact.
cannabis can help. But if you don't know what you're smoking, then you don't know what you're gonna get. You could get the paranoid joint. You could be so high that you can't even function in class. You can't do it, or you could write an album, bust a freestyle. Right, be so focused and locked in, clean your room, and being able to know in advance which one I'm gonna have just changed the way that I operated with the plant. I've been having cannabis events since 2005,
Wow.
and I was noticing things like anecdotally by observation, like, okay, this that smells like this makes me feel like that, but it makes them feel like this. So that's why I kind of was like, it can't be the smell, because if it was, then this is just how it would be. But yeah, I could go. I'm a geek for this weed shit, especially when it gets into understanding
Well,
how
go,
it works
go,
for you.
go. So do you use different strains for different situations?
Yes, or different times of the day, and definitely different needs of the plant.
Okay. So explain. So you all right, so you just woke up, your wake and bake is sativa, I'm assuming.
Yeah, those are the best ones. I realize, like right now, I happen to be down to one flavor, and I noted how much more I love that smoking that in the evening versus in the daytime. It really annoys me. It doesn't give me what I'm looking for. It doesn't add to my focus. It doesn't help me organize my mind. And I find myself smoking more and more, thinking that, okay, it's going to kick in. But no, it's not, because this ain't what this is.
Right.
This should not be smoked during the day. So now, having the we can do it with alcohol. I think it's way more understood with people who have experienced alcohol,
Mhm.
and we know that you can have a mimosa in the morning, but you wouldn't want to start your day with a double shot. So
That's a
like
fact.
we understand that there are breakfast beverages. You might could hot toddy it, perhaps an Irish coffee,
Mhm.
but there's certain things you would not drink first thing in the morning. You're just not
Fact.
going to do that. That's not a good look.
Fact.
No matter what you got to do in the day, even if you on vacation. Now, I take that back. Vacation, you might start with some tequila shots. You might do something a
Time
little.
don't matter. Time don't matter when you're on vacation. There's no time, so it don't matter. Like it all run together,
Right.
so it don't
And
matter.
vice versa for the nighttime, when your nighttime drink might be, and when you're trying to wind down, is not what you would be drinking if you out at the club with your friends.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So the same thing with cannabis. There are different things that are more suited for different occasions. If I'm dealing with pain, PMS, there are certain strains then. Now, w- the strain that I'm feeling is only for the nighttime. If I was actually dealing with pain, I could smoke it during the day. But without pain, just like any other pain med that you take when you don't need it, it it's not going to work right.
Okay,
Like
so let's talk about that.
Percocets.
Let's talk about that. So pain, right? So what would you recommend for pain?
The terpene you want to look for is caryophyllene. That is the pain regulator. It is unparalleled in its anti-inflammatory benefits. It is amazing.
Would that be an indica?
Generally, but you can find it in a lot of sativas when it's paired with limonene and a lot of hybrids. By itself, caryophyllene is like black pepper. It's definitely one of the notes in gas. It's one of the notes in the musk. It's one of those notes that people of color are really, really drawn to. Oftentimes it is found in your indica dominant, like almost every indica dominant drink is likely to have myrcene and caryophyllene involved in its top three terps. But like I said, you could also find your lemon kush will have caryophyllene in it. um Limonene is a mood uplifter. So for people who are looking to deal with chronic pain in the morning and at night, that would be my suggestion. Look into a limonene, caryophyllene dominant. Girl Scout cookies is another one like that as well. So, as above, so below. We be stressed in the mind and it leads to stress in the body. Our back hurts, our legs hurt, our head hurts, our neck hurts. And we smoke this weed and we feel better. It could also be that your heart hurts, your
Mm-hmm.
soul hurts. You're
Mm-hmm.
tired of living and you wish not to think thoughts. You want to numb everything. People should be thankful that you chose to be on Earth another day. Um, that's
Mm.
a whole nother pain. But
Okay,
people be dealing with pain.
absolutely. All types of pain, right? Okay. All
Mhm,
right.
mhm.
So I haven't smoked in a while, right? But when I did smoke, I was a smoker, right? So before I ask you your top three, I'm gonna tell you what I smoked back in the day, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Back in the day, that's gonna be that good stuff. Let's
I,
go.
and I used to smoke. Anybody who know me know I used to smoke, right? Okay. My number one, because I used to hang with some white boys, and the white boys had them jars, and they smoke real good, right? So my number one would be Sour Diesel from Cali. That would be my number one, because that was the first one that I smoked. Because all right, story time. Okay.
It's
You know
game.
how people when they drink, they be like, how do people get drunk like you fall over like sloppy drunk, right? So I was
Hmm.
thinking, when you smoke, how do you get fucked up, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Sour Diesel did that. Like Sour Diesel was the first one that I smoked when I didn't. First of all, it took me a while to even smoke a whole J. I couldn't smoke a whole J. It hurt, right? Then I didn't get the munchies. I was so fucked up. I'm talking about at the red light, it turned green, and I'm still like it's like I was fucked up off the Sour Diesel. Like Sour Diesel is my number one, right? Okay. All right. I would say my number two would have to be well, back then we called it Hydro. We didn't know exactly what it was.
That Drosky.
We didn't know what it was. We just knew it was Hydro. Right? Hydro.
Dro.
I would say give me the Purple Haze.
Yes.
Purple Haze.
Piffington.
Give me Gorilla Glue.
Yes. Chokehold. We were in.
Okay. And I would say Granddaddy Kush. Granddaddy Kush. You know, those was so potent, and we didn't really know terpene. We didn't know none of that. We just know loud and not loud. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's right. So okay. So now you're the expert. So what would your 3 to 5 be? If I would say, what's the best strain for you? What would you say?
I really love anything with linalool. That's lavender. There was a strain called Rainmaker that Alternative Solutions made that I really did love a lot. Master Kush always was. That was my favorite Kush. Yeah, I'll just in the line of Kushes, I will give a shout out to the OGs, of which San Fernando Valley, SFVOG. That was my favorite OG. I agree with you on the Piff. Piff is just where it all began. I mean, yeah, Dro was cool. It was great. Those glass jars, I hated them. Trying to get your weed up out of there was just like unnecessarily hard and brutal, and you have to find things to try and get it, but then be stuck up on the side of the jar because it's so sticky, and you still try and get it out, and it was just way too work. It's way too much work for people who are just trying to get
That's history right there. That is history. That's
These young kids don't know. They weren't there. You wasn't there. I don't know. But yeah, that Piff. Oh my gosh, that Purple Haze. Yeah, Diesel. I had never smelled nothing like it. That gas. It was so funky. It was so loud. Before loud, I feel like that was the fact that we call it loud, and that's the only sense that isn't affected by weed. You're hearing, but it makes sense. It's the best word. It is so loud of a smell.
Because you couldn't hide that smell. No matter what you did, how many plastics you wrapped it in, you couldn't mask that smell.
Gas, boy.
That's a fact. Like if you had it out, it smelled like you hotboxed. It was that strong.
You came back in and everybody knew that you was smoking. It was bad. It was like
absolute good shit. That's a fact. Oh, I would say I can't forget about AK-47. AK-47 also.
AK-47 and Trainwreck
was pretty good. Yes.
Both.
Yes. Old school. That's throwback right there.
Oh, Jack Herrera and anything that smells like Jack. I love that. That little profile right there. Every time I smell it, it'd be like, ooh. And this was different. And it's the same.
So nowadays, what do you, your honest opinion, what do you think about dispensaries nowadays?
In what state?
You tell me. Like I'm so far away from smoking right now. Like for me to even come back, and I'm gonna tell you how weird this is to me. I'm I'm used to hitting up the plug. I'm not used to going to the dispensary. This is new. People talking about, yeah, this is weird to me. I've never ever seen this. Like, you don't have a plug, you going to this. I've never seen that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how I would trust it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. So dispensaries, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, your honest opinion. Like, is it safe? Like, what do you think?
Um, Shout out to the dispensaries in Maryland. They There's so many and there's so much diversity in the inventory. It's a fun shopping experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also big love to all of the folks that have transitioned in DC. It's a rocky road for DC. Unfortunately, the inventory was misrepresented by the licensees,
Mm-hmm.
and it is not really sustaining what I mean, it's sustaining the people who are shopping there now, but I feel like it was a dangerous choice to make to limit what DC had become known for as a tourist destination, as a cannabis capital of the country, and to realize just how powerful that is, how much money was being made at the same time that COVID and working from home shut down downtown. These pop-ups revitalized 8th Street, uh, Georgia Ave, Adams Morgan, Georgetown, U Street, where all of these restaurants were closing, a pop up opened up, and now people are up, lines are down the door, people are going out to eat. Cannabis folks are unproblematic. It's not like how when you have a street full of bars
Mm-hmm.
and the things that come along with that.
Fact.
You know, they saw all of this money going to a part of the city that they didn't want it to go to a population that they didn't want to have it. And I know that soon there will be a lot more cultivators coming online. And once there's more diversity of product, supply and demand, how that goes. Um, but right now it's tough. The price is up. The owners are not making enough money because the price is up, but they still have to stay competitive with what the average price is. You can't charge so much
Mm-hmm.
for an eighth, but if the wholesale price for that eighth is $30, how much are you going to sell it for? And you have a whole brick and mortar and people's salaries to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's tough out here in some places. But to be able to go to Maryland or whatever the dispensaries are and be like, yeah, I'm looking for something that's high in linalool, or what do you have that's high in limonene and caryophyllene? Show me all those flavors. That's what I love about shopping right now, that you really can do that. I'm so passionate about being able to know what you're smoking because of, like I said, just how different it is and how nuanced it is. We can't say straight up that dark liquor is going to make you violent because some people can drink it, some people can't. People have
Mm-hmm.
completely different relationships with dark liquor and white liquor. That's like indica and sativa.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine going into a liquor store and all of the labeling is off, all the boxes look the same. All they tell you is that this is dark liquor and this is white liquor and this is the name of it and this is the percentage strength. You don't have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if it's gin or vodka or rum or tequila. You just know it's white.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if it's cognac, scotch, whiskey. I mean, you just know it's dark. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's E&J or
Mm-hmm.
like, do you
Fact.
know how to differentiate what you're getting? Because we can go in a liquor store and now over time, when I first started drinking, I made terrible choices. I no longer drink anymore. But going through the phases, why don't get you drunk? But in the beginning, I thought I had to have a Long Island iced tea. I was doing dumb
Fact.
stuff.
That's
89
Long Island
apples.
Iced Tea, Mad Dog,
But
Cisco, Booms will put you in the dirt.
and you would never do these things now because you know better,
That's a fact.
But that level of correlation with knowing what you're smoking so that you can make wise choices, knowing, oh, okay, this was harvested And they grow in this way, knowing what it means. Okay, well they grow hydroponically, but they grow in soil. They're in a sun house. They're in a greenhouse that's controlled with a convertible roof. They're using HPS lights. They're using LED lights. They're growing in 100,000 square foot facility. They're growing in a 10,000 square foot facility, and they trim by hand. They trim by machine. They. This isn't to say anything is better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these are just. Do you know about your
Mm-hmm.
grower? We're seeing this now with food, you know. Do you know if the food's organic? Do you know what
Mm-hmm.
farm it came from? Do you know?
Fact.
It could have been 3D printed meat. Do you
Fact.
know?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm glad you on here. So, for us old heads, right? You might can put the spotlight on this because we never knew exactly what it is, right? Hydro, like
Yes.
what exactly was hydro?
Shout out to the good folks in Jamaica and Mexico who long time ago were to Sinsemilla. They discovered that if you grow a plant that has seeds, any plant, call them Reggie, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
and you grow that plant hydroponically, meaning that you grow it in water instead
Water.
of soil,
Mhm.
that plant will not grow seeds. And the energy that would have gone to producing seeds goes instead to producing frost.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So no matter what it was just in water.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm glad you even brought this up. Okay, I remember the days when we had Loud Reggie right before it switched over. Like
Mm-hmm.
we had Loud Reggie and we were smacked. Right?
Well, even now, if you were to find seeds in your weed, people would be like, "Oh, what is this, Reggie?" But
Yes.
no, so after breeding it hydroponically or just selectively, you have these strains that you can plant in soil, and that plant will grow, and it does not have seeds unless you stress it out, and different like things can kind of happen to it. But you don't have to grow it hydroponically to have the plant grow without seeds. But if it is stressed, it can produce seeds. The plant is so amazing, and what makes it even seed up and how it passes on its genes to the next generation, to where even if you're growing it hydroponically, if you stress it out enough, it's like the seeds are being printed, because the plant is like, yo, I gotta tell my babies that they can't live like I lived. You gotta edit this shit. You gotta be prepared for this new environment, because we grew up over in the mountains of Colombia and they got us here in the fields of Arizona, and this altitude is different and it get cold at night and we don't like that. Y'all need to know how to adjust. So I gotta reprint my DNA, make some new seeds, and that's how stress can lead to your plant just spontaneously um making seeds. So yeah,
Hmm.
again, given that if you can have these joints, you can grow it hydroponically, you can stress it out, but it's still a crazy plant. Because through the hydro now it has a new imprint. It's a stupid frosty plant, and when she pops a seed, she gonna grow a super frosty joint that doesn't have a lot of seeds in her.
Hmm.
Man, gardening is amazing. Like and
And you know what?
genetics and
And
creating lines.
and that's one thing. When I was vegan for a long time, right? I learned how to be a gardener, right?
Mm,
And that saved me, because what gardening did for me was it slowed time down. You know,
mm,
like just when that sprout comes out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you always looking at it. It just slowed time down for me, and that was perfect for me, right? So I I definitely am a gardener. I grow food and all that, and I enjoy it. It's slow. It taught me patience. It taught me,
yes.
you know what I'm saying? So okay, I can talk to you all day. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Let's go to the other side. Uh, what is that? Chocolate Thai.
Ah, yes.
how was, because that's dark.
Uh-huh.
So what did they do with that one? I'm kind of interested.
So the chocolate Thai, from my understanding, it turned dark when it had to grow over here, um, versus where it was used to as a Highland Thai in Thailand, a tropical as country.
Got you. So he got dark. Got you. Man. How important is the education part? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't know what they smoking. Like, they don't know what they smoking.
Most people don't know what they eating.
And they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
So what we gonna do?
That's the $1,000,000 question.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't keep doing what we're doing because we losing. We can't keep doing what we're doing. Like,
we can teach the ones who want to learn and make the knowledge available for those who want to know, who have the questions. That's the best we can do.
That's a fact. All right. Okay. All right. So
some people still drink an Erkenchert
because it's cheap.
Easy Jeezy.
It's cheap, and they got flavors with it now. Like, you know, it wasn't like
I don't want to know.
Back in the day when we used to go to the ice box, it was dark. Now they got flavors with it, like, you know. So
I didn't see it. I've been seeing P. Masson move up in the shelves. I'm like, what are you doing up here, P. Masson? Get back down there.
Oh man, like, yes, like Paul. many lights out nights, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Paul Masson was, Erkenchert was with it, Moonshine was it. All them will turn your lights off and you won't remember the next day. But 151, and guess what we do once we sober up? We never gonna drink again, and then we drink again, right? So that's just okay. All right. So if you had to choose either between indica or sativa for the rest of eternity, which one would you choose?
Indica.
Yes. Yes. When I was younger, I would have chose sativa until common sense be like, I really just want to be chill. I just want to be chill. I don't want to be like, I want to be chill. So the best thing to do would be an indica. So how about these 50-50 hybrid strains like that? Yeah.
I mean, you know, now everything's hybrid. The tree that we smoked back in the day, like casually, was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The AK-47, the Trainwreck, the Piff, because they were pure blends, you know? Where you have your Kush, you have your Haze, you have your Skunk as like the primary mixes, and then there were so many different mixes between that. Right now, most of the cannabis that people are smoking is like polyhybrids. They're inbred cousins and sisters of one another. They're not even far apart. If you were to go in, again, education, levels to the education, another important piece, know your genetics. Know what made what. Ask them. Because people will change a name on some old weed real quick just to do the hype. Nah, what is it? Where did it come from? Who are its parents? And who were its parents? So I call it a runs the cake a lotto note that has us in a chokehold, like Hennessy, you know? Like but it's bigger than Henny. It's cognac. It's a whole note. You could give us the Douce. You could just keep running it and we're going to keep drinking it because we like this right here. We like these grapes. This region, it did something. In the beginning, when they're taking these pure indicas that grew this way because of the environment they were in. I like to use humans as an example to make it real. Like, okay, let's go with the Highland Thai. That is an extremely potent sativa. It's so potent of a sativa that is borderline indica because of how spacey it gets you. Stupid high, psychedelic high. Some of us, the brown people, we stay away from the sativas because of the schizophrenia and the manic and the anxiety that can come along with them. Like
Makes you know it.
it
Yes.
can do. It got your mind going too much now. So they're like, all right, well, let's. Also, the sativas are really fluffy and they take a long time to flower. So you have the haze, which is a whole bunch of sativas in one indica. Indica
Mm.
is shorter. It has a shorter flowering time, and it is very, very waxy, oily, aromatic. It centered in the mountains, the Kush Mountains, northern Africa and Afghanistan, Pakistan, the stands on
Mm-hmm.
that side, and northern India
Africa. Mm-hmm.
for sure. From India all the way across to northern Africa, those are that's where your indicas come from.
Mm.
But they don't have as high of a sativa, and they're not frosty. So you see how people were intentional. Now, like, we like the way these indicas feel. We love the oil. We love the density of the nugs, but we want some more frost. We want some more height. So we want to throw a little bit, and that's the Kush mix chokehold. And then skunk was like, let's just evenly mix them and see what happens. And from skunk, you have from the same batch, the same primary mix. Mind you, okay, I said pick a Thailand person and you're mixing this with a North African. You got this short little this Thai person and this North African. What are their kids gonna look like? Wild.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of complexions, heights, variances. They are all different. But when in Thailand, they all look the same, right? North Africa, they all pretty much the same. But now that you've mixed them,
Mm-hmm.
you have, oh man, like I said with the skunk, in one joint, you have blue cheese and clementine. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's how wide the children are. And so now from there, the AK-47s, that is just another mix from the primary. Like, oh, we like this kid right here. All of the children bad as fuck. You know, we love ablation. We
Mm-hmm.
love ablation.
Out of control.
Out of control. But now you keep mixing and sub mixing, and now so again where it gets to the point where this is just one family line. Like there was so many others. Shout outs to Blue Dream,
Oof.
Bubblegum, Forbidden Fruit, uh that lemon phase that really had us for a while.
That's citrus. That's a fact.
That citrus. It did.
Fact. That's a fact, right? Okay. All right. So we
Sorry.
wrapping it up. We wrap it up. But I do want to know, because I was definitely researching you, the women of cannabis. Right?
Yeah, shout outs to the Dank Duchess.
Oh, wow. Okay. What is that, and how did that form? Like, what is that?
Man, the Dank Duchess, the Women of Cannabis. You talking about the awards and the series
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
she does monthly? Man, just creating space. They don't never say the men of cannabis or the men rappers or men this, men that when they
But
do
I
these
seen some in
things.
there. It was a few sprinkled in there, but it was mostly women.
Yeah, because it wasn't supposed to be like just for women, but in the same way that they don't say it's just for men, it just so happened, I guess, that for this particular conference, all 20 speakers happen to be men. But this isn't a men's conference. No. Please, women, please come. So I love that with that same energy that she's going to create these spaces and stages that are choosing people who are leaders in the industry and also happen to be women. Um, so yeah, tap in and support that for sure.
Makes sense because the flower is female, right?
The
So
flower is female.
it makes sense. It makes sense, right? So, one more question, because I can talk to you all day. Definitely going to be hitting you up a lot because you are like a cannabis geek, or so I don't even know. Like you just
Yeah.
like wow, like okay, all right. So this is definitely educational all the way through, definitely. So what's next for you? What's next? What's the next bar for you to hit musically and in your cannabis phase?
Yeah, what's next is put it all together and see what I get, you know. stepping in the space as the artist that I am, sponsoring these shows as the cannabis brand that I am, getting my licenses up and going in DC, my internet retail and my manufacturing license, and focusing also on this as a global industry. I've been doing a little bit with cannabis tourism, want to do more. This industry is brand new in our lifetime, and I was always fascinated with the Harlem Renaissance, and we're living that. Like right now, it's like 1925. You know, with all of these, so much Black excellence everywhere, in every way, in every art form, and coming together and connecting and collaborating. So that's the vision.
That's the secret sauce, right? Secret sauce, right? So before I let you go, just make sure I get an invite to that. I'm definitely trying to go to that. I definitely
let you go. Before I let you go.
This is not even scripted. This one is, I'm just curious. This is for me. I'm stingy now. This is for me. It's for me. When I say Bob Marley, what comes to your mind?
We'll be forever loving Jah.
How important was that energy, that love energy, that he had to go? Like
until the philosophy that holds one man superior and another inferior.
That's a fact.
Don't get me started on Bob.
That's a fact. And we don't even have enough time, but that you just said a whole lot. Like if you know, you know. Like if you know, it's just once you tap into that energy, you'll never go back. Like it's just something different. It's just something different. So I enjoyed this more than I expected. You know, I knew it was layers to you, but I'm definitely glad that I got to interview you. You are also, not only are you a powerhouse in music, right? But you know your cannabis. You definitely know your cannabis. So any question I have, I will be blowing you up. I will be blowing you up. You know, so thanks again for entertaining what I got going on. Whatever you need from me, I got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm supporting whatever you got going on. Make sure I get some invites musically or on the cannabis side, whatever it is, I will support you any way I can. And keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep glowing. We love that. We love that. So I really appreciate you. Any last things you want to leave us with before I let you go?
Yeah, Pastor J is the real J Mills. That's JAYMILLS on everything. The real J Mills on YouTube. That's the real J Mills on Facebook. It's the real J Mills on Instagram. Just look me up. Just type it in Google and just dive into me.
That's a fact. And you have a lot of motion. You have a lot of people who love you. I'm telling you, a lot of people. Ever since I put your video up, you know, from Ray Nas, you know, like all them, like they love
my brother.
And that's what he said. He said, "Oh, that's family." Like you have a lot of love. So I hope you realize that,
my brother,
and embrace that, because you got a lot of people who really love you. So I see why now.
We got a lot of songs together. That's my brother, for real.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to research that, and I know it's gonna be hot because you dope and he dope. So I already know. And Tone Butter.
Yeah, he's super dope.
Thank you. So we're gonna do this again. I'll be reaching out to you.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Yes, Pastor J.
Daniel L. Jack, Genuine, Maya, Anna Reed, Kevin Durant, Tommy Davis, DJ Kool, Wale, my number one of all time Black.
See, I'ma keep it real.
with my weapon on me concealed. I'm Ralphie-on, that nigga from up the hill. Used to come through crushing in the butters. A tray deuce in my boot with a fresh box cutter. 10th place, I belong to them. Mikey Wayne funkin' them. Never was no bullies, but you don't wanna run with them. Better finances, big money advances. Daddy-daughter dances, no penitentiary chances. A made man, keep them guessing. Motherfucker.